And in the deep, dark, moldy corner of your local comic book shop, it's the Harrold Show.
Yes, creatures, welcome! Welcome, creatures. And this is my moldy corner of a comic shop. Well, more of a story lab, a hidden lair, a hideout, if you will. But it is mine, and it is my home. And welcome, creatures! I am Harold Homunculus. That was Steve. And this is our show where we talk about comic books and stuff. And today we've got a doozy where we're going to go over some previews from 4 of the major publishers. And that's going to be DC Comics, Marvel Comics, Dark Horse, and IDW Publishing. So get your seatbelt strapped and your meal squares warm. We're gonna dive into what's the latest and greatest in the comic book publishing world. What's up first, Steve?
This month in Marvel Comics previews, Avengers Armageddon 105 by Chip Zdarsky, Delio Diaz, and Frank Alpizar. Armageddon has arrived. Red Hulk's devastating tear across the globe must be stopped. But it will take a colossal gathering of Earth's mightiest heroes to do it, calling in the Avengers, the Fantastic Four, Wolverine, and more. But who will survive this superpower cataclysm? There will be a pre-Armageddon Marvel Universe, post-Armageddon Marvel Universe. Be here to bear witness to the transformation.
Armageddon has arrived. Okay, I can dig it. Chip Zdarsky has Chip Zdarsky? Chip Zdarsky? Yeah, I think that's right. Chip Zdarsky. I mean, is Zdarsky sarcastic? Is Zdarsky snarky? He could be. I mean, I like most of what he's written that I can remember. I think he did the Cosmic Ghost Rider and stuff. And he seems to have a pretty good track record online. I'm getting good vibes from this. And the cover art is pretty epic. It's a simple cover though, featuring Red Hulk in the background, with Spidey, Wolverine, Iron Man, Sam Wilson, Captain America, Sue Storm, Captain Marvel, and Vision rounding out the cover team. There isn't much else to go on here. We do get some cover pages inside. They're really cool. The line art is fantastic. So it's not like some events I've been burned on where they go with this some experimental artist and then you can't see anything. I'm also digging that cover B, the rest of the Fantastic Four, and that's it. A little Namor action, a solid Spidey panel, and I guess I'm in. Avengers Armageddon, here we come. So in these preview books, they've got a dozen new comics that are coming out all the time. So we're just going to pick one and then go with it. So Steve, what's that interior pick?
Marvel Comics presents Jay and Silent Bob, Jays of Futures Past. One shot by Kevin Smith and Giuseppe Camangoli. Doom decrees the doom-witted duo must die. Captain American Jay and friendly neighborhood whiter man Silent Bob make a quick stop in the Marvel Universe. But when Dr. Doom decrees these Jersey guys must die, the Fantastic Four, the Avengers, the X-Men, and the whole hoary host of heroes must team up on a joint mission to save the dim-witted duo from a lethal case of superhero fatigue.
Guys, it's Jay and Silent Bob meet the Marvel Universe. This is gonna be crazy awesome. And it's written by Kevin Smith. I mean, this is crazy. I can't believe something. Well, I can totally believe something like this can happen. Because Kevin Smith will sell out Jay and Silent Bob for just about a quarter. And he's got a good working relationship with Marvel, so him doing a comic totally makes sense. This is gonna be a lot of fun. It's a one-shot. I mean, you don't have to be in it for 50 issues or anything. It's just gonna be this one shot. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And the entire Marvel Universe is here. Wolverine and Deadpool, Jeff the Shark, Spider-Man, Black Panther, even the Thing. But here's the thing. It looks like Wolverine and Deadpool are pissed at Jay and Silent Bob, so we'll see what happens. And the book is rated Teen Plus. Kevin Smith understands he's working with Marvel characters, I guess, and will remain respectful. This should be a fun time for a little buy-in, which makes and could be a lot of fun to get signed at a con. Alright, that's all we got from Marvel this week. So let's clear our minds and meditate and think of ocean waves, seagulls, and turtles. Turtles everywhere. Everywhere! Here a turtle, there a turtle, everywhere a turtle. And comics is flooded. IDW is doing their best with the turtle license. And they've got every corner of this universe tied off. Tell us about it, Steve.
It's issue 19 for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, written by Jing Lunwek and art by Pharaoh Pe. After a stunning conclusion to the Yuzhigami saga, the Hamato clan is truly, completely whole for the first time in centuries, with much having changed since their parents were in the land of the living. The turtles take them out on the town, but underneath this happy reunion are dark tidings. Though the turtles' parents have returned from the dead, something has come with them.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Splinter is already back from the dead. Now his wife from before he was a rat is also back from the dead. And she's a human, and Splinter is a rat. Oh, poor woman. I'm not sure this is gonna work out great for you guys. I mean, he's a man rat now. He's a man-sized rat. And you're a human. And you're both in the land of the living again. Whoa. You guys might want to go back to the land of the dead. You might have had a better time there. Because now Splinter's a rat man. Rat man! But she seems to be taking it in her stride. She's out getting pizza with the boys, so... And seems happy even eating one of Mikey's creations. Blah. We've actually read some of this series, I think issue 15 or so. The art is really top-notch, and the writing I've enjoyed, and it seems to be the same team, so give it a try if you want to. IDW is really pushing that turtle brand, and Magic the Gathering. They're everywhere. Turtle. Me, though, I was kind of like a Wild Cows of Moo Mesa person, honestly. Anybody see that one? That was like Street Sharks and Ninja Turtles, but they were cows. There were spider people and other things too, but the main characters were cows. Wild Cows of Mesas. They had cool guns. It was fun. I had the action figures. I had one. Moo. Alright, Steve. Save me. What's our inside pick for IDW?
A very special episode of Star Trek The Last Starship, number 8. Art by Hernan Gonzalez, story by Colin Kelly and Jackson Lansing. Seeing a solution to the tragedy of the burn within the singularity on Deep Space Hope, Borg Queen Angus Girardi leaves the crew of the USS Omega behind and attempts to assimilate its power. But she's not alone. Kirk has followed her aboard, determined to ferret out why she and the Borg brought him back to life. Was it to be the galaxy's savior, or its demise? The standoff that follows is one for the ages. Resistance is futile after all, unless you're Captain James T. Kirk.
As brave and as bold as it gets? What is this? I have not been keeping up. I'll be honest. I have not been keeping up. I did watch Picard. I know who Girardi is, but this is getting out of hand. What? This is crazy. There's so much going on in that description. I have no earthly or spacely, wacy, timey-wimey Borg Queen Kirk Deep Space Home Hell what I'm looking at. And this is issue 8. What have you done? Maybe I judge too harshly, but this is wild. I don't know what to do with this. To be honest, I prefer my Trek in TV form or even movie form, but comic book is kind of like last on the list. And that's even after a novel I'll read a novel before I read a comic book. I've been rubbed the wrong way with the art so many times. The artists really try to mimic the actors, and it just doesn't really work out. So I move on to DC Comics. Last year was the summer of Superman, and now it's the summer of Supergirl. Isn't that right, Steve?
With a new live-action movie coming out for the first time in 40 years, DC will celebrate with the Summer of Supergirl. The Summer of Supergirl one-shot, featuring stories from Sophie Campbell, Mark Waid, and Gail Simone, and featuring art from Beline Ortega, Cian Tormey, and Emma Cooper. The quiet town of Midvale is shaken to its core when Supergirl finds herself face-to-face with the intergalactic bounty hunter, Lobo. Can the Maiden of Might stand up to the main man? Plus, 2 bonus stories celebrating Supergirl as she resumes her rightful place as the heir to L.
The new DC universe seems to be off with a hit with Superman. And now Supergirl is here and the hype is real. I feel like it might get lost in the summer a little bit, and it's up against Spider-Man, so, there's only so much it'll perform at the box office, but the movie is the first Supergirl movie we've had in 40 years, and the trailer was awesome. So here's hoping that the movie is just as good. And we got a sneak peek at Lobo. But of course, DC Comics isn't just Supergirl. And we've got an inside pick from Steve.
The dead man enters the next level. In the millisecond following his murder, the soul of shifty circus aerialist Boston Brand was commandeered by the goddess Ramakrishna, who deputized the erstwhile performance ghost with a sacred spectral assignment, the custodian of all souls. Now, Brand floats begrudgingly through the blue-green purgatory we call Earth, holding the laws of spiritual math and protecting humanity from evil, even if they can't see or hear him. Open up to this new era of DC's most lively deceased superhero, the Dead Man, in a story about life, death, and everything in between, replete with paranormal activity, possessions, and a profusion of other poignant peculiarities.
The art here looks super unique. I wish they had a little bit more faith in the original suit, though. They call it the acrobat design instead of the main design, which is going to be this new action suit. But he's a ghost. Wouldn't he just kind of, his spectral form, just kind of take what he naturally feels? Why would he have an action suit? He's not getting suited up like Batman. He's a ghost, basically. But having Deadman come back in his own series is really cool to see for fans of the character. I like Deadman the most when there is a lot of scope and other DC characters that are getting involved. Cross your fingers for Phantom Stranger, but we'll see where this goes. I have a sneaky suspicion that this is going to be more of a character study and a limited series. At least that's what I'm thinking. Could be pretty cool, but I don't know these creators very well. Let me know in the comments if you have any thoughts. Last but not least, Dark Horse, the home of Hellboy. This month it looks like they're reprinting Seed of Destruction, the famous issue from the Hellboy series that they based the movie off of. So instead, we'll take a sneak peek at a couple of pics on the inside. What we got, Steve?
Foundations, one shot, by Jonathan Hickman, Nick Spencer, Mike Del Mundo, and Mike Huddleston. Across a distant solar system and countless millennial-long cycles, a war has been fought between the forces of magic and science, and order and chaos. When astronaut and explorer Tajo Valar undertakes a doomed expedition to a dormant moon full of mysteries, the conflict begins anew, and more dangerous than ever before.
A brand new universe from famous writer Jonathan Hickman? Sign me up. I do love me an expansive sci-fi epic. Hopefully this one can live up to its name. Jonathan, Mr. Hickman, did you not realize that Isaac Asimov also has a sci-fi series called Foundation? I know you added S on the end, and I guess that makes a world of difference. It's Foundations, but I mean, you're both doing sci-fi. Just mix it up a little bit, please. But I'm still excited. Hopefully the Asimov Foundation doesn't sue you. Next, Dungeons and Dragons. Total Party Killers.
Dungeons and Dragons. Total Party Killers. Number 1 of 4. By Christopher Hastings, Denise Medry, and Elizabeth Beals. The wizard Kustos has died, and his lair lies ripe for the taking. As adventurers raid the lair for treasure, the monsters enthralled by Kustos in life must protect his domain even after his death. That is, unless the creatures can trick someone into releasing them. Thus, Lycanthrope, Gelatinous Cube, Mind Flayer, Death Knight, and Baby Beholder form their own adventuring party to win their freedom in a hostile world.
I've played plenty and DM'd here and there. The universe is expansive, and any company that has the IP has plenty to draw from. The last movie was a huge blast, and it's super sad that we won't get a sequel because it made no money. But alas, here we are with a comic book. It is a 4-issue, limited 4-issue miniseries. Dark Horse really needs you to know that is a 4-issue limited series. Don't forget, 4 issues. But I like what I see here. The description gives us some key words that any fans are gonna smell a mile away and start drooling over this. But seeing as a character's like a beholder in this comic, I'm super excited to see how they handle that. Because beholders are just wild creatures to deal with. So this might be one I'll actually pick up. I'm also hoping they'll give some supplemental material for D&D players. When the Arkham King came out, they gave them some like game mechanic stuff and some character sheets and things like that. So I'm hoping that the comic book will do the same. Fingers crossed. It's only 4 issues long, so I could be hoping for the moon here. So that's the show, folks. And wow, that was a doozy. Thank you, Steve, for announcing, and thank you for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. And remember, creatures, read comic books and stay frosty.